Well, hello, and as you can see I'm out on the bike. Weather forecast says fair, with bright spells. Let's see. Well, I've headed out. I'm heading towards North York Moors. And that's as much as I know so far. To quote the late great Chuck Berry, no particular place to go. After heading past Stokesley, I hit the Helmsley Road and decided to call in Claybank Car Park and give it some thought about where I wanted to be. Luck is with me. There's a space just where I want to be, overlooking the valley. Centre screen in the distance, on the skyline, Rosebery topping. To the right of the Rosebery topping, it's Captain Cook's monument. Can't quite make it out. Down there somewhere in the valley is Ingleby Greenhow. So, Ingleby Greenhow it is. I haven't been there in years. So I just have to follow Greenhow Avenue and that'll lead me all the way there. So drop down into the valley, through the woods. And there's plenty of walking trails in these woods. There's actually vehicle tracks, gravel roads, but you can't get on them. They're all blocked with vehicle gates. But if you want to walk the woods or cycle them, you can. No one's really got an issue with it. Just on the right here you'll see one of the tracks and one of the gates across it. Pity really, be some nice riding in there. At the bottom of the bank, just on the right, there's a car park. See if you're walking up and down that big hill. Get over to the right, chug past these horses. A couple of guys doing the same as I'm doing, just enjoying a ride. The sky's looking grey as we come into Ingleby Greenhow, but there are blue patches starting to appear. On the right, St Andrew's Church. Be turning right up ahead. I've come to the decision while I was riding along that I'm going to head towards Danby. I haven't been to Danby for a long time. I just felt I needed to be out. Tired of being stuck in the house. It's one of the downsides of working from home. When the weather's bad, you don't leave the house for anything. And I was going a little stir crazy. jogger and a couple of cyclists. Joggers picked something up. See, something's fallen off one of the bikes. Look at that bit of blue sky behind me. Oh, across the railway. I'll be seeing more of this railway throughout the day. But there's a little bit more of the blue patches. That's what we want to see today. More blue, less grey. Oh, there's obviously some event going on. Guy in a high vis. And a yellow sign. Could be something to do with those cyclists. But I'm heading towards Kildale now. Under the railway now. There seems to be more grey sky behind me than in front, so I'm obviously going the right way. And the little village of Kildale. On the right is Kildale Cricket Grounds, I believe. We're not playing cricket today. I think this must be Sunday League football. At least it's not raining for them. Oh, here we go. Over that railway again. I'm on the road to Commondale, and there's a guy on a motorcycle just in front of me, and he scared the bejeebers out of me when he went past. I wasn't paying attention, I wasn't using my mirrors. I was just bimbling along enjoying the scenery, and he suddenly flew past me, and I nearly filled my pants. But I wasn't in a rush, and I didn't feel the need to try and catch him up. I was enjoying this scenery. So I must have sped up a bit because I've closed my helmet up. So before going to Commondale, I've pulled over and trying a new position for the camera. I've attached it down to one of my crash bars. Trying something new. And here we are in Commondale. I used to come here years ago with the youth club when I was a volunteer leader. The Scouts have got a campsite here. And occasionally we would bring the kids from the youth club. And someone's burning garden waste. So we climb the hill, quite a steep hill really, out of Commondale. But the sun's getting brighter and the sky's getting bluer. And I'm really starting to relax into this. It was nice to be out and about, even if I had no real idea where I was going. This was a lovely day to be up on a moors. Right, stop Castleton. A nice steady away ride across the top of the moor. The road's quite straight up here. Starting to drop down into Castleton now. Driving into the sun. But I'm going to pull over so I can change the camera back onto the handlebars. And here we are on the outskirts of Castleton. Lots of fresh air. I do like this helmet. I really do like this new helmet, the LS2. Didn't realise I liked riding with an open-faced helmet quite so much. It's nice to have the facility in the wet and the cold weather to close it up though, I'll be honest. Soon be in Danby, and look how much blue sky we've got now. Hey up, there's that railway again, crossing it again. Ooh, funky camera work. But enough for looking at me. The horse, get well over the right, slow chug past, let's not spook it. And on the right, the visitor centre. And the pay and display car park's on the left, the other side of the road. But the visitor centre's free. I'm not sure of the charges at the car park. I tried to find out online, but I couldn't find the charges. Just that there are charges, and even blue badge holders have to pay. Hey, we're going under the railway this time. Marvellous. And a bit further on, we're going back under it. I can see blue sky. This had turned into a really nice day. Looked like the weatherman got it right for once. I'm just going to stop here and have a look round. No real reason for it, I just wanted to. Got to say, I really do love the North York Moors. I'm lucky living in where I do, in Teesside. sorry, these days you're supposed to refer to it as Tees Valley. Apparently it sounds prettier than Teesside. But I'm lucky because just to the south of me I've got this. Within 15 minutes of leaving my house, I'm in the North York Moors. If I go north of where I live, northwest, I've got County Durham, Northumberland, Teesdale. I've got the Dales just to the west as well, and they lead across to Cumbria. I really am spoilt. I've let the camera run as we come through here, simply because it's such a lovely little village. In this weather, I think picturesque or pretty comes to mind. But if it was a grey, miserable, stormy day, well, bleak would come to mind, no doubt. That's a public car park just across there at the road. And behind me there's a little shop, there's teas and coffees. But onwards and upwards, literally upwards now, climbing back on top of the moor. It was about this time I realised I was heading towards Whitby, only I didn't want to go to Whitby. Because just outside of Whitby at Sneaton there's an ice cream parlour, and yes, they do really nice coffee and really nice cakes and toasties and other things, but they also do really nice ice cream. My trousers are getting tight, so I don't want to go there because I'd get coffee and cake and ice cream. But if you're in the area, Beacon Farm at Sneaton, it's worth a visit. So I turned round. Although this road's going to take me to the same place, I'll end up on the same road, the Moor Road, from from Gisborough to Whitby. I'm going to go left when I get there. And that'll take me towards Scaling Dam. And there's the road just up ahead. Just after Scaling Dam, I'm going to take a right turn and head towards Easington and join the Coast Road. Coast Road from Saltburn to Whitby. But I'm not planning to go to Saltburn. So I didn't film the bit along the road to Scaling Dam. This is just after I've turned right. I'm now heading to Easington. It was a nice little ride this along this tree-lined lane until this passed. Sharp reminder that I need to pay attention, otherwise I'll end up in one of them. Here we are at Easington, and at this point I'm going to turn left. Now this is the Coast Road, let's say from Saltburn all the way to Whitby, and that's a nice ride in itself. Hey, look up ahead, Yorkshire flag. Somebody's very patriotic, you gotta love him. As a reminder of this area's engineering past, or mining. You tend to see things like this in the middle of roundabouts. But I'm bypassing Broughton. I'm on the modern bypass. Broughton was off to my right. And as you can see, I've gone into North Skelton, and that'll go into Skelton. But I'm soon going to take the road to Gisborough. I'm in Gisborough. The left turn here will take you to the High Street, past the Priory. But today I don't want to go to the High Street. I'm just going to skirt around the outside of Gisborough. And I joined 4 other motorcyclists here on Stokesley Road. I stopped in traffic and they were trying to get out of a petrol station, so I let them out. And it turns out we're going the same way. So I get to follow somebody else for a while. And now we're heading to Newton under Rosebery, with Rosebery topping, centre screen on the horizon. These guys were going the same way all the way to Great Ayton. At Great Ayton we changed directions. They went off to the right and I went into Great Ayton. And here's Newton under Rosebery. The pub here used to do really nice meals. Not so much these days. Charged more, not inspiring. Last time we were there my meal was cold. Just coming into Great Ayton and I'm swinging a left. To the right is the High Street. But I've decided to take this road, Station Road. Because Ayton Station isn't in Great Ayton. It's up the road a ways. This threw me, this little mini roundabout. Years ago there wasn't a roundabout there. There's that railway again, and the railway station's here. I haven't been up here since, for many a year. I used to come up here when we were kids. We get dropped off in Great Ayton and walk up here, then across to Rosebery Topping. Quite a bit of traffic on this road. If it hadn't been for the car in front of that white van, I might have been going a bit faster along there. But this car park's quite interesting because to the right, through the woods, the footpath leads you up to Captain Cook's Monument. To the left up the hill it takes you across the top of the moor to Rosebery Topping. I think the last time I was up here was with my kids when they were little. We were geocaching up by the monument. But it's time to have a bite to eat and a drink, stretch my legs. I remember to bring a brew kit this time. I didn't bother making a coffee, I just drank some water and had a chocky bar. And I was enjoying the fresh air. But after a while, it was time to go home. I didn't film the ride home because essentially it's just down this hill, through Great Ayton to Stokesley and home again. So, I enjoyed my day out. I hope you did too. Thanks very much for watching. See you again, I hope.
Thanks for watching Old Man in a Shed.